and asked if he would be willing to do a house concert. He readily agreed to that, and when I asked him how much it would cost, he said, oh, $50 would be fine. I replied that I thought we could do a lot better than that. So about 30 people gathered in my mom's living room, and I will never forget how they looked once he started playing. Stunned is the most descriptive term.
Thank you very much. Well, as Paul said, let me tell you a little bit about the Grammy Award. Back in 2004, the record company I was with, and we're a bunch of solo fingerstyle guys on the label, we did a tribute to the great film composer of the last century, Henry Mancini. If the name doesn't ring a bell, he was the guy that wrote The Pink Panther and a bunch of other great tunes. And we did a tribute CD to him where we each played a fingerstyle version of a Henry Mancini song. And he submitted it to the Grammy organization, unbeknownst to any of us, and it was nominated for Best Pop Instrumental CD. Like, before you see the Grammys on TV, there's like 100 awards they give out before that. And this was one of those. And it was Best Pop Instrumental CD, and we won in 2005, the Henry Mancini album. And me and Judy went to the Grammys, and we got to walk through the metal detectors with Vince Gill and Amy Grant. So there was our brush with fame right there. Anyways, I'd like to do a couple of tunes from that project to let you know what it was like. The first one is called Moon River. Sing along if you like. And the second one is called The Theme to the TV Show Peter Gunn. Sing along if you like. Oh, the funny thing about Peter Gunn is it's got a really recognizable bass line. It's a lot of fun to play. The trick is to try to play the melody over the top of the bass line. On a good day, I can do that. We'll see. Thanks very much. Can I ask how many guitar players we have here? I know there's a couple already. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Okay. Well, what I'm doing now is I'm putting the guitar in altered tuning. We have what's called standard tuning, where you play your C and your G and your D, and that's how that works. But so I'm putting this in a tuning where the strings are tuned D, A, D, G, A, D, and for short it's called DAD-GAD, because those are what the notes are. I keep threatening one day to write a song in the tuning E, 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 G, A, D. But I haven't done that yet. And Paul's back there going, is he still telling the same jokes after 30 years? So, I thought I'd play Randy Newman and Henry Mancini, two of the greatest composers I know. I'd play those tunes first before playing a song that I wrote. This is probably my favorite tune that I've written. This is called Renewal. Thanks very much. I'd like to do one more tune and then invite my wife Judy to join me. Speaking for myself, I like to play a lot of songs from my era, which can be described as the 60s and 70s mostly, and this tune is one of them. This is one of the tunes that really got me into playing guitar. It was on an old album by a group called the Jefferson Airplane. They had a song called White Rabbit that was a big hit and somebody to love. Anyways, their guitar player recorded this acoustic tune, and I learned that and thought, those guitars really sound good. And then I found out it was really just one guitar. And I thought, I'm going to learn to play that. So this is that tune. It's by the great Jorma Kaukonen, and this is called Embryonic Journey. Thank you very much. Please welcome my wife, Judy Cook-Smith. recently retired from being an orientation and mobility specialist at the Washington State School for the Blind. We're going to start off with a tune that was originally written for fiddle and guitar by a composer named J. Unger, and it became well known as the theme to the Ken Burns documentary, The Civil War. This is called Ashokan Farewell, and Judy turned the fiddle part into a wonderful flute part. Sing a song here. This is a tune by a great guitarist and songwriter named Pat Donahue, and he wrote a lot of really cool satirical songs, and this is one of them. This is about the limit of my blues playing right here. I'm more of a classical guitarist actually, but this song speaks to me. It's called I Get the Blues When I Exercise. Woke up this morning, not looking great. My baby told me to lose some weight. She said, I love you, I think you're sweet, but when I hug you, my hands don't meet. And I said, darling, don't you realize I get the blues when I exercise? I feel the heating, I'm out of breath, my heart is beating, I'm close to death. I try to hustle, but it's a strain. Ain't got a muscle that's not in pain. At times like this, I realize I get the blues when I exercise.
Coins, 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. Okay. All right, so the 12 string. The thing about a 12-string guitar is you play it like a 6-string. You make the same chord forms. However, instead of one string at a time, you're playing 2 strings. They're in pairs. So that's why it's 12. It's 2 pairs of 6 strings each, and it's tuned. One Dead or Alive, all right. That was Bon Jovi, right? Okay. And then finally, this one, again from the 60s by the Rolling Stones. This one. Who did that? Boston. Yeah, more than a few. Okay, so the song we are going to do all of is by a group from the 60s that used the 12-string guitar a lot. They were called the Byrds. If you know this one, sing along. There ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Give my jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Take me for a trip upon your magic sailing. Toes too numb to step, wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere, I'm ready for today. Still my head ready, cast your dancing spell my way. There ain't no place I'm going to. Hey,
obsolete. We do have CDs to send. If you have anything to play it on, or you know somebody who needs some frisbees, right over here. Thanks. You're coming back in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. It'll be kind of a short break.